Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. CLT Aviation 13 with you guys today. We're going to be doing a little bit of a different video. It's something that I want to start introducing more on the channel, as I'd like to consider myself an avid infinite flight flyer. I do enjoy Microsoft Flight Simulator, but there's really nothing that beats just kind of kicking back and just pulling the iPad out and just setting up a quick flight and just on your way. So, of course, I do respect the realism aspect of Microsoft Flight Simulator 24/20. But again, I just love the convenience of just being able to do this so easily. But anyways, the way these videos will kind of go, I mean, nothing too crazy. We will do normal video speed on like pushback, taxi to runway, takeoff. Upon taking off, we'll speed it up through cruise, or ascent, cruise, descent, and then we will transition back to normal video play when we get close to landing. We'll taxi to the gate at our destination, and then we will park and discontinue the video. Always try to keep things as realistic as possible, so I'm always going to try my best to use the proper runways. I usually just go off of IRL runway usage. In terms of parking, I will always do my best to park at the appropriate gates/terminals for whichever airline and route I'm doing. That's just how I am. I just like realism, so do my best to do that. So currently we are sitting at Terminal 5 at New York John F. Kennedy, Gate 3. We are ready for pushback. See, there's a United 7810 that just probably came off one of those hybrid wide body gates over there. That's gotta love that. So we are ready to go. I got everything set up. We are, what's our flight number today? I think we are doing JetBlue flight 841 with nonstop service to Savannah. I wanted to pick this route just for fun because I still love JetBlue. I mean, it's truly sad that they don't serve Charlotte anymore. I mean, that's just very unfortunate, but such is life. We have to adapt. But I still love JetBlue, even though it's just hard to love them sometimes when I don't get to see them anymore. But anyways, we're going to one of my favorite cities, Savannah. So flight time should probably be about around 2 hours if I had to estimate. But obviously, once we speed things up, probably be about a little bit of a shorter video, of course, compared to 2 hours or so. 36,000 feet is cruising altitude. Departing runway today, we are doing 22 right. We're going to push back, and then we'll push back. I don't know how the auto pushback will work. We might just loop it back and face the aircraft tail to the west or something. I don't know how the auto pushback is from here. We'll take one of these taxi lanes, and we'll make our way. We'll cross over here, head over to 22 right, and then we'll just blast off. So got a couple camera angles we'll get going here once we are in cruise, just for the time-lapse purposes. But anyways, guys, let's get the auto pushback going and let's get on our way. Let's see how we do, actually. I wonder, I'd kind of rather go up there and then, yeah, we just do a straight back push. That's fine. So, yeah, these are going to be kind of fun to do. I'll be quiet when the engine's starting. Like, I'm an AV geek, so I know I'm not going to mess up any, like, engine sounds or anything. Except I do wish this aircraft had real sounds. But, which is funny because I do remember on the forums, like a few years ago, I believe Infinite Flight actually does have the real life A220 sound pack, I should say, but I don't think they actually they still haven't done it, obviously, but I hope they get to that point. But oh well. So not too busy, been sitting here for a little bit. There was more traffic earlier, but I think the real ATC, this is on the expert server, by the way. I think the real ATC is like in Hawaii, and I think there's some people controlling London Heathrow, something like that. So I'm not really sure what, in terms of activity. Got a couple people on the East Coast kind of jetting around. But cool. Got all that good. Yeah, in hindsight, I should have had this go into the line. That's what I wanted to do, but I don't know if it'll push us all the way to line us up on the line. Hopefully it does. And we'll start firing up that number 2 engine. flaps 1 for departure. Like I mentioned, we're in an export server, so just to be proper, I guess, we'll do our unicoms 22 right.
John F. Kennedy traffic.
All right,
JetBlue 841.
let's get it
Taxi
going.
into runway 22 right.
Love this. I do love this aircraft so much, the 220. I hope they do the new livery JetBlue 220 as well. I know those were, I think they have one or at least one painted at this point. I think that would look really nice. So we'll kind of weave in through here in one of these taxi lanes. That middle lane right there, that's for the Group 5 aircraft, like your 330s and whatnot. So we'll go ahead and take this. I think this would be the outer lane. Make our way over to runway 22 right. Still gonna miss the old style of JetBlue livery, so you know, you think about all the different tail designs they've done over the years. And don't get me wrong, the new one has somewhat grown on me, but I'm just kind of, when it comes to JetBlue, I'm kind of just like the OG classic stuff. But obviously, I don't know, it just kind of reminds me too much of like Spirit livery. I mean, no disrespect to Spirit, but it's just like, I don't know. I just like what this was. And this is the Hops tail fin, by the way. The design is called Hops, so we will miss Hops. And speaking of Hops, I am definitely considering ordering that. Obviously, I don't really have a purpose or a need to get a JetBlue Embraer 190 in the 1:400 scale. However, for collection purposes, I am probably going to pick up that 1:200 Embraer 190 JetBlue that came out in February release. Just because nostalgia reasons. And I believe that aircraft is getting retired at the end of, I think at the beginning of September actually, so right after the busy summer travel season. Which is bittersweet because the A220 is by far a better aircraft compared to the Embraer 190. But again, for memory purposes, I spent so many times flying that aircraft out of here. It's just kind of sad to see one of the childhood planes you spent so much time on is kind of gone for good at this point. I mean, when you think about it, in the United States, there's really, other than whatever Embraer 190/195 Greece still has left, there's really no 190 operators anymore. So, I mean, you got your E-jets like the 170, 175s, but yeah, it's kind of weird. They did a really good job on JFK, by the way. I mean, I've noticed they're putting in more details into some of the busier airports or the popular airports, which is nice to see. So everything's not as generic as, just the basic stuff. But this is wrong. This is 3-1 right, I believe. If my memory serves.
John F. Kennedy traffic. JetBlue 841. Crossing runway 31 right.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to do these videos. I mean, like I said, I'll quiet down when we take off and whatnot, and we'll put some little music in, little background music on the time-lapse portion of this, rather. But I think these are going to be really fun to do. I have some really fun ideas with them, like doing. I don't want to share them. I want to hold them as kind of a little surprise or a little treat, I should say. But I have some fun little things I'm kicking around with these type of videos. It's just something. Everything I'm doing is just hobby related, so I'm not. I don't care about the analytics. I don't care how the videos perform. I'm just doing it for fun. I just want to kind of diversify the YouTube channel. The bread and butter for me is always going to be model airplane reviews, unboxings, model airport videos. That's always going to be just everything, right? That's where the channel was founded upon. That's what it's really known for. But at the end of the day, it's important to diversify. It's important to have different things and try to reach out to different areas of aviation, because obviously it is a niche, but there's still a diverse group of of content, I should say, that you can, you know, work off of. And this is one of the things that I definitely enjoy doing. So I want to kind of showcase that more on the YouTube channel. Did not need a taxi all the way down here. I always forget. Yeah, it's obviously this is a long runway. I did not need to do that. So, all right, we'll get our strobes. We'll get our ATC taking off 22 right. We'll just say departing south.
John
We'll
F. Kennedy
calibrate once we
traffic.
line up on the
JetBlue
runway.
841 is taking off runway 22 right, departing south.
I just love the looks of this plane. Oh, perfect. So nice. So nice. They got the 320neo in development. 321 as well, I believe. That's going to be awesome to see. I will let it roll since we obviously have plenty of room here. And then we will go into here. We'll fire it up.
Alrighty guys, welcome back. We are on final for runway 10 at Savannah.
Savannah Hilton traffic. JetBlue 841 is on final. Runway 10. 1000. 500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10.
That was a nice buttery landing, if I do say so myself. Anyways, welcome to Savannah. I think this is the first time I've flown here in a while since this has had the 3D airport design to it. It looks fabulous. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, Savannah is one of my favorite places to go. It's a beautiful little city. The airport is so fun to watch planes at. In terms of variety, they have just about everything you could ask for a small regional airport. You have everything from like a Sun Country, you have your Breeze, a Velo, your JetBlue, Southwest, you got everything. So really hope to get back down there in the near future. I'm targeting potentially sometime in April, potentially, as looking at the airline schedule, I can kind of catch just about everything from like Breeze, a Velo. There's a Delta 757 on the schedule. I think a 220 from Delta as well, along with the usual other suspects like the JetBlues and all that good stuff. So But yeah, so I believe last time I was actually in Savannah, JetBlue was parked at, I think that one is gate 3, 5, 7. I think JetBlue was parked at like gate 7 or 9. They're next to Southwest. However, I believe that they have relocated to gate 14, which is on I think it's on the very corner on the north side. I think they're at gate 14 now. So we will just take this taxiway all the way up to whatever this is. We'll make it left here. We'll pull into the gate, and we will discontinue the video. Anyways, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this. This is always fun. I love playing Infinite Flight, kind of like how I mentioned earlier. Just the convenience and simplicity of doing everything, and it still looks good. You can still add some realism to it, but I just get a lot of enjoyment out of it. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video too. So, I'll try to do a diversified network of routes. I mean, I'm going to primarily go off of kind of what I'm into, of course, but you know, I'll try to do some different things like in Europe or wherever, but a lot of these will probably be just stuff I really enjoy doing anyways. But yeah, this actually looks really, really good, guys. I'm serious. Like the buildings, like not the terminal buildings, but I'll zoom in on it. Like that is like really does look like Savannah. It's actually awesome how much of whoever edited this did a fantastic job. So kudos to said person who made the editing done on this. It looks awesome. We'll go ahead and park up in the gate and we'll shut it down and call it a day. So thanks again for tuning in to this video. This was really fun to do. Like I mentioned before, I'm going to do these somewhat on a regular basis just because it's just something nice to add to the channel, and I love doing simulator flights on Infinite Flight. So stay tuned for more. Thanks again for stopping by, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.